it's your Mina again. So I am going to do a favorites video. Hopefully I'm looking as if I'm looking at the camera. So anyway, I'm going to do a favorites video, but I'm not going to have the video on me. And I am going to show you all of my favorites. I forgot to mention those favorites in the last video I did with products that I was using and products that I was enjoying and empties and new purchases. I forgot to do my favorites in that video, so I was like, I'll just make a separate video and show the products that I meant to mention in there. I ended up showing them, a few of them, in my thumbnail from the video that I did a product listing of. So I'm going to show you my favorites, and it's just going to be me showing you the products. So I guess the first favorite I should show you is this blending egg from Beauty Bakery. I only use Beauty Bakery's blending eggs. I don't use any other beauty sponges. They're my favorite, and the price is great, and the softness of the products are great too. And then this is a wallflower. I've been purchasing wallflower plugs and wallflowers since maybe 2009, 2010, 2011, something like that. So I always have to have them in my apartment, and I keep one in my kitchen, one in my bedroom, and one in my bathroom. This one is in my kitchen, but I love, this is my favorite wallflower plug. It's the B one, super cute, and I keep this in my kitchen. Okay, and I think it's not going to clear. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to show you a few wallflowers that are my favorite scents as well. Not all of them are available. Some of them were seasonal. But butterfly, I love that particular scent in my bedroom. Pumpkin bonfire, I will be only using that in the kitchen. It smells delicious. And pumpkin spice latte, I will only be using that in the kitchen. It smells delicious. I actually have had this one for a few months now. I had it plugged in my kitchen for a little while, but it smells so good, and it was only for a limited time. I'm not going to use it right now, but this is one of my absolute favorite wallflowers because I can keep it plugged in and it doesn't irritate my throat. Like most of the wallflowers that I keep, I usually have to unplug them while I'm in my house, while I'm in my apartment, so that they don't bother my throat. But this one I can keep in, and it just smells delicious, and it doesn't bother me. But yeah, all of them smell good. It's just that the potency of the scent sometimes makes it hard for me to keep them plugged in while I'm at home because of my allergies. But those are my favorite scents right now. Okay, this is one of my favorite perfumes. It's the Escada Cherry in Japan. I love this. It's an EDT. Because it's an EDT, I do have to spray it about 10 times for it to get lasting power on me, and I prefer to do that. I most of the time don't mind the longevity of perfumes on me if it's short or long, but with this one I wanted to be able to wear it all day, and I found spraying it 10 times on me made me be able to smell it still by 3 p.m. and I would normally spray it about 8 o'clock. No, 7:30. Yeah, I would spray it usually around 7:30. So I love this scent. I've only had it a few months, and this is one of the newest purchases I've made from Escada. I really like this brand as well. But it smells delicious. Okay, and it's not going to focus. There we go. Okay, focused. Okay, this is another favorite perfume. And this one is an easy reach for me right now. It's Kate Spade New York. I'm not going to read the notes because I didn't actually pull them up on my tablet. But this is an easy reach for me. It's spicy and it's floral, I believe, as well. But to me, it's a little bit spicy, floral, fruity. And I love the way it smells. It's an easy reach for me. When I don't know what perfume I want to wear for the day, I'll usually just spray this one on. But I try to wear different perfume every day and not wear the same one too many days in a row. But this is definitely also just one of my favorite scents in general. Yeah, I really love Kate Spade New York, and I'm very glad to have it. So that's my favorites. Okay. Then the next thing is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. I believe I bought this in 2020 when I was looking through my purchase history on Sephora. I could not find it in 2022 or 2021 as a purchase. So I'm pretty sure I purchased this in 2020 when I believe it was released. This is one of my favorite foundations to wear. Finally, I'm getting in a point where I am not wearing a face mask all the time. I'm wearing makeup a little bit more often. And this stood the test of time even during the height of the pandemic when I was wearing my mask more often. It would still scrape off a little bit, but it would still be mostly on my face by the end of the day after work. And it still looks just as good even now. I'm actually a little more than halfway done with this bottle. The line looks like it's right here. But yeah, I really love this foundation. I won't purchase it again right away because I do have about 17 foundations that I would like to get through. But this is one of my favorites, and I love the way it's been working with my mask. Next foundation I have, this is a repurchase. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation. The first time I bought this foundation was at Sephora in person, and I wore a shade Teak 22. Teak 22 was discontinued by the time I was ready to repurchase this, and I had to get a color that I thought was going to be as close as possible, but also take into consideration that I did get a little bit lighter once my tan went away. So I am using Toffee 19 now, and it's a very close match. If I think it's a little funky, like, I'll definitely use contour, but so far it looks like it's a good match for me. I'm not wearing it today. I wore it during the my work week this week just passed, and it actually stayed on really well underneath my mask. It barely scraped off. Most of the place that it scraped off just a tiny bit was where I have my mask support frame that I've mentioned in previous videos. It keeps it's a plastic frame that keeps my mask away from my mouth, so I'll have more breathing room through my mask. And it's only scraped away a little bit of the foundation with the part that's closest to my face with the little plastic frame. But yeah, this one actually stays on really good. I have combination skin. It's normal to oily, and it actually stays on really well. I don't really have to do a touch-up except for on a part of my face where the mask support frame brushes against my skin too much. But yeah, this was always one of my favorite foundations since I believe 2018 or 2019. And so I just cracked open this repurchase in the last week or two. But I've had this repurchase for maybe, I purchased it either in 2021 or 2020, but I just had it in my backup for a really long time. But yeah, this is one of my favorite foundations. And I forgot to say with NARS Soft Matte Complete, like, all of the ladies on YouTube have talked about it and talked about it a lot during the pandemic and just how much they loved it. It's a really good foundation. Okay, so Hello Bello SPF 50. I purchased this from my local supermarket. So I like to use Black Girl sunscreen, but it's $15 a bottle. I forget the ounces. It's about the same size as this, maybe a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay. I think it's about 3 fluid ounces in the Black Girl sunscreen, and it's $15. And I usually purchase it online through Ulta. I don't know if my local Ulta has it. I'll have to check it out. But I usually purchase it online. So I wanted to get something that was really easy to get to and right across the street from me. So I actually purchased 2 SPFs. I tested them out at home. I returned the other one because it was pasty and white, and I couldn't even try to begin to rub it in. This one, I really liked it. I thought it rubbed in all the way, but it turns out if I'm not careful, I do get a noticeable white cast on my skin. So I do have to be extra diligent about rubbing it in so I don't get a white cast. But this one, I really like that it's a SPF 50. It smells delicious. So most sunscreens have that SPF smell. This one smells like tropical, fruity, or something to me. I actually asked my coworker so I could give feedback. She says it smells like grapefruit to her. I just think it smells good. It doesn't smell like normal SPF, and I think they put it in there just to cover it up. I don't know. But yeah, it has, like I said, it has SPF 50, and that's a really great number. And I actually put it on twice a day, if not more. And I don't use it on my face. I only use it on my legs, my arms, my back, my chest, not all the time, my neck, my feet, and that's it. Yeah, but I don't put it on my face, and I do have to rub it in a little bit more with extra effort to make sure I don't get a white cast, because it can leave a white cast. So definitely something I had to be conscious of. But I really do like this SPF, and I don't know how widely available it is, but I do like it a lot. Okay, so the next product is this fan. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can use it with one hand. I purchased this from a hairstylist that I follow on Instagram. She's located in New York City, and she does multiple different stylings of hair, mostly on black women or women with kinky, coily afro texture hair, but also that she can straighten it. She puts in micro links, she puts in sew-ins, and she also can do silk presses. She does a few things, but you have to check her out. But yeah, so this is the fan. It has 3 speeds. It folds down. It can be used up like this, and you can carry it on your neck with this little lanyard, which I have done. I bought 2 of them before I even tested it out, because I was like, that is a perfect thing to have in the summertime. I use one to take to work with me every day. Summer is almost over, unfortunately, so I won't be needing it so much longer. And then I have another one that I take to my local gym in my apartment complex. I'm going to still keep that in my gym bag, because I will be needing that to take to the gym, because our little gym is pre-controlled. The air in there is pre-controlled, so we can't fix the temperature. So it's either going to be cold or it's going to be warm in there. So I have a fan specifically for when I use my little gym space as well. But this fan is super cute. It was, how much was it? I think it was $25 a piece. And she ships from New York City. I really love this fan. I thought it was super cute. There's other places that have fans too, but I was glad to support Black-owned, woman-owned entrepreneur and business. So that was very nice to find. So this is Heavy Petal. Let me see. Heavy Petal. Let me make sure that's what it says. Yeah, Heavy Petal Luxe Gloss by Pat McGrath. This is actually almost empty. It took a while for me to empty it out. I love the shade of pink. I am wearing it on my lips right now, but you might not be able to see it. Let's see. Okay. That's it on my lips right now. But I love this. This was, I don't know if I saw it on Sephora. I think it wasn't on Sephora, but I did get this on Pat McGrath Labs earlier this year or late last year on discount. And I love the color. I love the texture of Luxe glosses anyway. But I love this color as well, and when I saw it was on sale, I snagged it, and it's almost empty. I was using it for like the last month, taking it to work with me every day, finally getting down to the nitty-gritty. The only thing I will say is that I think this might be an older batch of this particular shade, because it was getting lumpy a little bit sometimes, but other times it was fine. I always make sure that I use lip scrubs and things like at least every other day, if not every 3 days. I'll use a lip scrub in the morning, so it would even sometimes get a little clumpy during my application at work, and I did not have anything else on my lips, so it was kind of annoying. But I don't know if it was just the formula's a little older. I normally don't have that issue with Luxe Gloss. So anyway, on to the next one. This is an empty practically. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the Cheeky color. This is my absolute favorite color from this brand. This is my favorite formula. I prefer the original formula best. And my favorite color is Cheeky. It just makes my lips look so pretty and so juicy, pretty. It's just such a really flattering color on my lips. I also like Fussy a lot because it's just pink and I love the color pink. But this is my favorite gloss from Fenty Beauty right now. Like, Hot Chocolate would be a close second, just because of how it's complementary to my lip color. But Cheeky is the most complimentary. Fussy is just fun because it's a pink color for me. So this is an empty. I need to get more. But I do have, I currently have gloss bombs right now, so I'm not going to get it right now. But when I do purchase more gloss bombs, it's going to be Cheeky. So this is something also a favorite. This is what I use when I want to darken my foundations a little bit and when I want to contour. This is Truffle. I've had it since I probably had this way too long. So I've probably had this since 2017, but it still works well. It's a cream. It doesn't smell funny. Nope, it still smells like makeup to me. So I've had this since 2017. I haven't repurchased it yet. That's how much I have left in it. It was probably a little bit half more than there. So what there is now, there was probably half more of that previously when it was brand new. But yeah, I've had this since 2017. So that's a while. But this is what I use to contour and what I use to darken my foundation if I think it's a little bit light. And I sometimes apply it before I actually apply the foundation, and I blend it into my skin, and then I'll put the foundation on top. So yeah, I really love this color, and I thought I was supposed to use espresso, but no, Truffle is the color that I use for that. And I also use it for contouring, but I don't contour a whole lot, and I just contour for fun. Next piece is this, the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. I mentioned this in my previous video about products that I'm using. This is also a favorite. It works beautifully. The applicator is fun to use. The shape of this container is cute. It's a triangle. And I really like this. I really like this. I probably will buy it again, but I can't wait to crack open my Pat McGrath. Okay. This here is my favorite lip scrub. It's by NCLA Beauty, which is the company I found earlier. I think I found them sometime in 2020 or 2021 on Instagram, just very randomly with all the ads they show on Instagram. This is the pumpkin spice scrub. Oh, and I forgot to, oh boy, I forgot to grab something else. So this is the pumpkin spice scrub. This is only a seasonal product. This is the one that I bought last year. This year they have this again, but it's only in a 3-piece kit now. So you can get the pumpkin spice lip scrub, you can get the pumpkin spice lip balm, and then a little lip-shaped lip scrubber. And like it's one of those plastic lip scrubbers that you use on your lips after you put one of these scrubs on as well. So this is how it looks, and I love the way if a lip scrub is not in a tube shape, if it's in a tub like this, it's gonna always be messy. I do like the Sephora brand of the lip scrub, but this is my favorite lip scrub in general. Like, this brand has my favorite lip scrub, so I actually have another one back up, and I finished my previous one like a few months ago. So yeah, so you can, if you're interested, they do have the pumpkin spice lip bundle for $24 for probably a few more weeks, maybe another month or so. And then they also, what I recently bought, which is a new favorite, is a body scrub, and they have the pumpkin spice body scrub. It smells absolutely delicious. It smells even more delicious than a marshmallow pumpkin latte from Sephora, from Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works, they have a pumpkin spice body scrub, and it smells so good. And I got it on sale. It smells so good. It's this year. And they also have a pumpkin pie bath bomb. I have some of those already from last year, and I love them still too. But anyway, on to the next thing. I love this thing. It's so much fun to use. So this is actually a squishy ball. I bought it at my local supermarket. They had a football one, a tennis ball, and then they had this basketball. I decided to get it. I thought I was going to squish it, but I'm not much of a squisher. I like to play catch. So I play catch at work with random things that I'm like taking to recycle at work. But I also like to go outside and just like jump rope or whatever. So I use this to play catch if I'm not jumping rope or if I'm not butterfly hunting. But yeah, this is fun. I make sure that I clean it because, of course, I miss sometimes. So I have to clean it with hydrogen peroxide or something else. Make sure it doesn't sustain any dirtiness on it because it's very easily dirtied. But yeah, I love this ball. I don't know how readily available it is. I don't see the brand on it either. Yeah, I don't know who the brand is, but I love this little ball. Okay. Then, second to last, okay. So I get nervous doing a wing liner. I don't do wing liners too often. I have a little today. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. So I have a little today. And the only reason why I do it is because this Urban Decay 24-hour liner, and I have a little bit on my finger now, unfortunately. But this 24-hour liner, glide, let's see what it's called. Okay, this 24-hour, 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. I have it in the color 0. I believe, yeah, the color is 0, but it's black. And it's not matte. It's definitely, it looks more like a crayon when I put it on. But the reason why I love it is these are the kind of eyeliners that I used to use before I started getting into makeup in 2017. I just would get like little eye pencils and lipstick, and I would use my Bare Minerals powder foundation every now and then. But I would usually use lipstick, mascara, occasionally an eyeliner. And I preferred the pencil ones that I could just use over my eyes because I wasn't using eyeshadow at the time. But all of those pencils never worked when I started using eyeshadow. And so I had to find something that made it easy to line my eye, do a cat eye. And then I had to find something that would go over eyeshadow, which not everything does. But this one does. And it's not a matte black. It's not a bold black, which is fine because I don't really need a sharp, bright wing. It's not my style 100%, but I like that I can get a little bit of a wing. It's easy to do. I rarely feel like I mess up. Like, I do get a little bit nervous doing it, but most of the time it is very easy to make a little bit of a wing that I like, and I can do it on both eyes very quickly. Yeah, so I'm going to definitely buy another. I do like the one from Fenty Beauty, but that tip does get me a little nervous. Okay, so the last item is the Juvia's Place Eye Primer. I love a squeeze tube. Prior to using this, I bought this sometime late last year, early this year from Ulta Online. And prior to using this, I was actually using the Hourglass one for maybe 2.5 years. I finally got to the end of that. I purchased this. I was able to start using it in the last few weeks. I really like this one. The only thing is it is the word is opaque. Like when you put it on your eyes, it is just a bright color. And it's very liquidy. It's very hard to work with. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not even going to put a dot on my finger because it's going to be a mess taking it off. But I tell you, let me see if I could find something that's like a good size description. Ooh, I can't see it. I'm trying to find something that's the size. Okay. You cannot see it. Okay. So basically, I had to do a trial and error to figure out how much of this product I need on me to get it to not crease the eyeshadow and to get it so that my eyeshadow sticks on it, right? So I can sheer it out. If I sheer it out, the eyeshadow creases. If I don't sheer it out, I just have very bold looking eyes that I have to make sure I cover enough eyeshadow on it so that it doesn't peek through. It does get covered very well. It's just that it's very liquidy and it could be a little bit messy to work with. But I really like it. I like that it's a squeeze tube. I'm not really crazy about, like, I'm very fussy, weird about applicators, doe foot applicators. The Fenty Beauty eye primer works well too, but I haven't bought it because of the applicator in a while. But I do like squeeze tubes. It's just this squeeze tube is dangerous. So I actually store it like this because if I store it down and then I open it, it's already going to have some seeping out of it. So I store it upside down, and once I'm ready to use it, I shake it a little bit and then I'll pour out the smallest amount, and the smallest amount goes on both of my lids. Like, I don't even have to do it twice. So yeah, that's the last item, and those are all the pieces that I wanted to talk about. If you have any questions on anything that I brought up today, let me know, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.